Hello, please subscribe to my Vincent Paul Marabella II Film Productions channel, especially if you like time travel. It's not only a time travel saga, it is a sci-fi fantasy story like no other. I have seen a lot and have been inspired by a lot of movies and TV of all these different genres, and I have something for everyone. Believe me, if you like old style Sicilian gangster stuff like The Sopranos, Goodfellas, and if you like sci-fi stuff, whether it's Star Wars, Star Trek, old stuff too, like Logan's Run, Flash Gordon, or the newer stuff, it doesn't matter. There is something in there for everyone, and believe me, I am going to do something I haven't done for a while, and I'm going to do another reading. This time we're going to read from chapter 11. So if you haven't been able to read the book yet, I'm going to introduce, in this chapter here is, well, in the book is when the robots are first mentioned. So if you like the robot builds I've done all so far, Lefty, Shorty, Ivan the Eighth, and the newest one, Buck 299, then this is your chapter. Here we go. And I'm reading inside the Nomalos laboratory build, and the air car, one outer wing, nose wing is hanging over there. So here we go. Chapter 11. Arthur had spent a couple hours at his laboratory trying to restore its original splendor. A few of his lab bots assisted him with the cleaning process. Their coordinated effort proved to be most prolific in a relatively short time. Without the assistance of automatons, it would have been days before the place looked revived. The carnage dealt the Trans-Metronome-Device was another matter. It would take years for Arthur to construct another. He would never be able to forget the moment he arrived from leaving Kathy's house to see the investigation team loading the TMD's remains into their SCV for transportation to their main headquarters for a further evaluation. It had definitely been a crime of arson, possibly coupled with attempted murder. The team of specialists would hopefully be able to discover the origins of the explosives and track down the perpetrator responsible for such a nefarious act. While Arthur and the lab bots finished their labors, a chime from the front door's motion sensor sounded shortly before the hiss of the door opening could be heard. Talia Nomalos rushed through the doorway and wrapped her arms around Arthur. He was caught off guard by the sudden affection. His wife had been somewhat distant lately thanks to her new career and the long hours that came with it. Perhaps it had been her way of getting even with him for all the late hours he kept at the lab when he wasn't at the university teaching. "I'm so glad you're all right," exclaimed Talia as she hugged Arthur and kissed him several times on the face before laying a lip lock on him. After an intense kiss, she came up for air. "I saw the news, and I thought you were dead." "I'm okay," said Arthur in a grief-stricken tone, "but the Trans-Metronome-Device was destroyed." At that instant, Talia realized how much she missed holding her husband so close. She savored the moment while flashbacks of all the loss of the TMD would be the inception of a brand new chapter and improvement to their personal life and spawn a much needed rebirth of intimacy. They had both been so busy and their marriage had been suffering desperately for a jump start. She knew in the back of her mind that he may take a short break from his now destroyed time traversal toy, as she sometimes called it, but in time he would commence rebuilding the blasted contraption. Curse the meaningless piece of collective metals and plastic gizmos. Absolute junk. With that thought in mind, she decided to test the waters. To be continued. I don't want to give you too much. And remember, if you listen to my other previous readings on past videos, you'll know that there is more than one Trans-Metronome device. There's like 5 of them total. And I can't tell you when and where, but you'll have to wait. You'll have to read the book if you haven't. And book 2 is coming out soon. And also later this year, I'm going to release the pilot. I have a lot of shooting yet to do and editing, But believe me, it's a time travel saga like no other. And Barnachu is in the back there reminding you, yes, he needs some attention now too. So thank you so much. If you haven't got the Trans-Metronome-Device book yet, go to your local library here in western Pennsylvania in the Newcastle area, or over in Ohio, and you can check it out in a local library there. And there's other ones too. It's in a library down in Florida. And my book is also over in Europe. It's in Italy, and I believe it's, I'm gonna have to check on that. I forgot again. I think it's London, England, or something like that, or maybe it's Ireland. I don't know. I'll have to check. But it's definitely in Italy. And if you like the book, you can buy the book at the Newcastle Public Library. You can check it out for free. If you like it, go down in the basement. They sell it down there. And I have some other local select stores, like Leanna's Books and More over in Hermitage at the mall. Downtown Sharon at the Emerald Tablet, over in Grove City at Grove City, a comic book store, Bell's Comics and Cards. It's up in Erie. I think is it Books Galore? I think it's Books Galore up in Erie, Pennsylvania. And a few other select ones. I can't remember them all offhand. That's why I write them down. But I am independently authored, and the book is copyrighted, and there is a copy at the Library of Congress. And I have I got all my rights reserved and all that with a copyright specialist lawyer that does all that stuff to protect all my intellectual properties. It's taken a while because I'm building all the props myself, but believe me, the Trans-Metronome-Device is going to be well worth the wait. So please, while you're here, check out my other videos. Please subscribe and watch for more of the making of the Trans-Metronome-Device here on the Vincent Paul Mirabella II Film Productions channel on YouTube.